when a 14-year-old girl walked into the bank clutching her scholarship check. She thought it would be a simple transaction. But suspicious glances, cutting remarks, and subtle discrimination turned that innocent dream into a nightmare. Could her courage and her mother's steadfastness reverse the situation? And what would happen when the truth was laid bare in a place supposedly dedicated to fairness and integrity? Monday morning dawned clear, sunlight filtering gently through the trees lining the drive to Oakwood Bank, one of the largest banks in the city center. Emma Collins, the 14-year-old with bright eyes and a confident smile, entered the marble-floored hall in her neat school uniform. In her hand was a file containing a $5 check, the scholarship she had earned through outstanding academic achievement. This was Emma's first time handling such a significant transaction alone. She wanted to deposit the scholarship directly into her savings account to make her mother proud and assert her maturity. Emma approached the teller's window with assured steps and smiled at the young cashier. "Ben, hello. I'd like to deposit this check into my account," Emma said, pride shining in her eyes. Ben returned her smile and took the check. But moments later, his smile vanished, replaced by a puzzled frown. "This check, where did you get it?" Ben asked, his tone edged with suspicion. Emma was surprised by the question but remained calm. "It's my scholarship from school. I have the award letter and my student ID right here." Before Ben could respond, a middle-aged woman with neatly tied brown hair and a tailored suit stepped forward. Her name badge read Monica Hayes, branch manager. Monica, 42, known for her serious demeanor and sharp gaze, glanced at Emma and then at the check. "Miss, how did you come by these funds?" Monica asked, her tone cool. Emma flinched at the scrutinizing look. "Ma'am, it's my scholarship. I worked very hard to earn it." Monica's lip curled in a barely concealed sneer. "We'll need to verify this thoroughly. There have been too many fraud attempts lately." Emma stood frozen, unable to believe what she was hearing. She had come merely to deposit money. Yet her pride seemed swept away by Monica Hayes's prejudiced stare. Emma remained motionless in the vast banking hall, eyes scanning the room, the hum of conversation, the click-clack of keyboards, the hurried footsteps, all formed a busy backdrop that felt suspended in time to her. Monica Hayes, the branch manager, had walked away with Emma's check and paperwork, leaving only a cold instruction: "Please sit over there. We need to verify some information." Emma swallowed hard, clutching her satchel strap as if for support. She moved to a waiting chair by the large window, which was sunlit but unable to dispel the chill enveloping her heart. The curious eyes of other customers flicked over her, some whispered, as if she had done something wrong. She tried to inhale deeply, recalling her mother's words, "Stay calm, the truth will always prevail." Yet somehow, today that mantra felt unbearably heavy. Emma could not understand why a mere scholarship check led to her being treated like a suspect. Time dragged on, each minute stretching interminably. Emma watched Monica conversing with another bank employee, their gazes fixed on her as they conferred solemnly. Emma's heart pounded. She wondered if they believed she had committed fraud. Soon Monica returned, her face still stern. "We need more time to verify. You'll have to wait a little longer." Emma nodded quietly. Saying nothing, she sat back, hands clasped, fighting to remain composed, but inwardly, waves of anxiety, unease, and disappointment surged. She only wanted to complete her deposit. Yet everything had grown far more complicated than she'd imagined. Outside, sunlight continued to stream onto the bustling street. Inside the bank, Emma waited, each passing moment laden with doubts she had never before faced. Emma sat silently on the waiting room chair, her small hands clenched together. The bank lobby felt more oppressive with every tick of the clock. She looked around. Other customers transacted normally, and staff greeted them warmly. Only she sat under scrutiny and heard the whispered insinuations. At the teller line, Monica Hayes spoke with a tall man in a crisp suit. They stood close, their conversation grave. Monica occasionally glanced at Emma, her eyes cold as if the girl posed a potential threat. Emma keenly felt the discrimination, though she did not want to believe it. Minutes later, Monica returned to the teller, her expression unmoved. "I need additional ID to verify your identity," she said, her tone betraying suspicion. Emma frowned slightly and opened her bag, producing the documents she had meticulously prepared: the scholarship award certificate, her student ID, and a letter of recommendation from her school. "Here they are, ma'am," she replied softly but firmly. Monica took the papers and examined each one as if searching for irregularities. "We must ensure there is no fraud," she added, prompting curious glances from onlookers, mingled with doubt aimed at Emma. A feeling of suffocating pressure rose within Emma. She clenched her hands to keep them from trembling. She recalled her mother's advice: "Always hold your head high, for you know you did nothing wrong." Yet now, in this cold bank lobby, her confidence felt crushed by judging eyes. Time passed as Monica pored over the documents, scrutinizing every tiny detail. Emma watched her, a strange strength glowing in her eyes. She knew she had done nothing wrong and earned that scholarship through her own effort. But at that moment, Emma also realized that sometimes, effort alone is not enough to overcome prejudice. For the first time in her life, she understood that fairness is not always freely given. Emma sat with her back straight, her gaze resolute, yet a storm of emotion raged beneath it. Monica had not returned, leaving the girl to wait amid other customers' stifling suspicion and sidelong glances. Seconds felt unbearably heavy, like invisible biases pressed on Emma's small shoulders. Just as Emma felt the weight would never end, a gentle voice sounded beside her. "Are you all right?" Emma looked up to see an older woman with a kindly face and warm smile. She wore a light green wool coat and carried a well-worn but neat leather handbag. "Yes, I'm fine," Emma replied, though her voice betrayed her fatigue. The woman sat beside her, sympathy shining in her eyes. "I've seen you sitting here a long while," she said softly, but genuinely concerned. Emma was silent for a moment, then nodded. "I just wanted to deposit my scholarship, but they said they need more verification." Her voice trailed off, as if afraid her words might worsen things. The woman gently took Emma's hand, her eyes full of encouragement. "You did the right thing. There's nothing to fear. People sometimes judge others by appearances, but the truth always comes out. Do you understand?" Emma nodded, warmth spreading at the touch. "Even if they doubt me, I'll trust myself. I earned this scholarship on my own. No one can take that pride away." The woman's words shone like light into Emma's dark corner, dispelling some of the injustice she endured. Emma managed a small smile, determination sparkling in her eyes. "I'll wait, because I know I'm right," she said, her voice firmer. The woman smiled and nodded. "That's the spirit of someone strong." In that brief moment, amid irrational prejudice and judging stares, Emma found encouragement, a small spark sufficient to rekindle hope and reaffirm her belief in the fairness she deserved. Time crept by in the dense atmosphere of waiting. Emma remained in the corner, eyes fixed on the teller's desk where Monica spoke with a sharply dressed man. He looked about 40, authoritative, his hair neatly groomed. He held a thick dossier, his sharp eyes scanning its pages. Monica whispered something. Her face showed tension. The man frowned, a flicker of doubt crossing his features as he reviewed the papers. Emma felt her heart slow, every gesture of theirs becoming a crucial piece of a puzzle she could not yet see. After a while, the man nodded slightly, spoke to Monica, and then strode toward the back office. Monica exhaled, a triumphant glint in her eyes. Before she returned to the teller's window, Emma saw the shift. Unease crept back into her thoughts. When Monica reappeared, her expression was even more severe. "We need more time to verify. A few points in your file require clarification." Her cold voice rang out, devoid of empathy. Emma frowned, hands clenching. But I've already provided all the documents, she said, trembling. Monica smiled. It's a procedure. Please wait here. We will notify you when it's done. Emma sat down, worried and confused. Her gaze remained on the teller's desk, where Monica now interacted politely with other customers, her demeanor entirely different from how she'd treated Emma. The kind woman's words echoed in Emma's mind. People sometimes judge others by appearances. That phrase ignited a small flame within Emma, helping her hold fast to her self-belief. If they sought to hinder her, she would face it. If they delayed her, she would wait. She knew she had earned that scholarship by merit. No one had the right to deny it. Outside, sunlight filtered through the glass facade, casting bright patterns on the floor. Emma sat upright, her gaze unwavering. This time, she would not let injustice prevail. Emma's heart leapt as she saw her mother, Catherine Porter, enter the bank with an unmistakable air of authority. Catherine's eyes swept the room without a word, landing on Emma. The atmosphere seemed to hush. All eyes turned to them. Catherine strode to the teller's window, her gaze piercing as she looked at Monica. I demand an explanation, she said, calm yet commanding. Monica startled but strove to remain composed. We are simply verifying the transaction's validity, she replied, attempting neutrality. Verification or discrimination? Catherine asked, each word cutting through the silence. No one dared speak. Monica shifted uncomfortably, avoiding Catherine's gaze. Emma sensed the change. This was no longer a personal dispute, but a fight for fairness and respect. Catherine stepped beside Emma and gently took her daughter's hand, lending her strength. You did well, she whispered so Emma alone could hear. Emma lifted her chin, her eyes ablaze with determination. Fear was gone, replaced by resolve. Monica faltered under Catherine's gaze, a woman of both standing and principle. I believe matters will become clear once your superiors learn of today's conduct. Catherine continued, her tone measured but weighty. The crowd in the bank shifted from curiosity to admiration. Emma had not only reclaimed fairness for herself but also opened the door to change a system rife with bias. When Catherine requested to see the bank's senior management, the lobby seemed to hold its breath. Before long, William Grant, the branch's regional director, appeared stern yet surprised to see Catherine. Ms. Porter, what seems to be the problem? William asked politely, though tension showed in his posture. Catherine offered a slight smile, her eyes unwavering. I believe your bank has a serious issue in how it treats its customers, she said, never taking her gaze off him. William paused, glancing at Monica standing aside, her face pale. We will address this immediately, he said, motioning Monica into the conference room. Catherine turned to Emma and placed a hand on her shoulder. You were right, she whispered. Emma nodded, pride and resolve shining in her eyes. That brief meeting set in motion profound change. Monica was placed on administrative leave pending investigation, and the bank issued a public apology to Emma and her family. Moreover, staff training on fair treatment policies was implemented, ensuring every customer was handled respectfully. Emma not only won justice for herself but also created a precedent that transformed perceptions. And she knew this was only the beginning. Emma Porter's story is not merely a quest for personal fairness but a testament to the power of perseverance and justice in society. She did not remain silent or resign when faced with discrimination and injustice. Instead, Emma stood up, fought with intelligence and courage, and opened a path of change for herself and all around her. Emma's experience shows that injustice can exist anywhere, even in institutions meant to embody transparency and justice. But more importantly, change always starts with individuals brave enough to speak up, to confront adversity, and to persevere. Sometimes, a small act or a steadfast resolve can spark a revolution in awareness. If Emma's story has touched your heart, please click subscribe so you won't miss more meaningful and inspiring stories. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to be the first to receive valuable lessons, moving moments, and profound humanistic messages. Sometimes, a small action and unwavering determination can change the world.